Okay, so hello everyone. How are you all doing? Today is Saturday and we have a lot of work to do today. So we are going to um be cleaning up the house. Class is done. The dining table is very nasty. The kitchen is scattered everywhere. We got to clean the toilet. Lots of laundry to be done. And yeah, so we're going to bring you along with us and hope you enjoy. If you have something to clean, maybe you can get your household up to clean this Saturday morning. All right? Okay, see you.
Okay, see you.
Who's going to clean the dining?
Me. Us.
Okay, guys, so while we clean, I'm going to tell you the story about this house. Well, not house, apartment. So, this is a three-bedroom condo. And like many of you know, like some of you know, or many of you actually, we moved to this place from Hong Kong, right? So, the thing was that before we came here, we initially wanted to you know book an Airbnb, right? So that when we land, then we start looking for a place to live, right? But then, as we were talking with some of the agents and some friends of my husband, who are already here in Canada, who live here in Canada, somebody came up with the suggestion that why not try to, rent a place from Hong Kong. And so we decided, yeah, that's a good option. I discussed with my husband, and we thought, well, since we are still like immigrants, newcomers, it's going to be difficult for us to just go and live in a house because we would have to navigate, snow clearing in front of the house and everything, you know, with the winter weather because we came just in the peak of summer. Winter started around December, November-ish, December, right? And so we said, yeah, since this is our first year, let us just try, to rent a three-bedroom condo. You guys, we searched and searched and searched. It was so difficult to get a three-bedroom condo. You would get like two bedrooms plus, one little study and stuff like that. And the prices were outrageous, right? So, but somehow, to the glory of God, in fact, we were going to rent one, you know, three-bedroom that we saw that was just barely 750 square feet. So like the tiny apartment you that I'm familiar with in Hong Kong, right? And the landlord requested for 1 year payment, 1 year payment, the whole 1 year upfront. And so we were going to pay for that. But then was it on my way? So my husband, one day my husband left for work, and I kind of texted him. I was like, babe, I understand that we are desperate, but this idea is not going to favor us at all in any way. Even in the long term and in the short term, we are already compensating for space. Why do we have to pay 1 year upfront? Okay, and you know that once you pay that money, you are not going to be able to, you know, claim any other thing. Even if you decide to leave, it's going to be a very difficult situation because there's a lease, there's a contract. And so my husband said, yeah, baby, you're right. And so we told our agent to forget about it. And as God would have it, we found this one. Okay. There's a rental app. I think it's called House Sigma. So for those of you who are looking to relocate, it's a very nice app. Yeah. So you might think download it from App Store. I don't know if it's on Android. I don't know. Anyway, that was where we found because their data is exactly from government database, right? And you get all of the information. Okay. Now guess what? This landlord requested for what? 6 months upfront. In fact, when we saw that house on the app, when it was advertised for a certain amount. But when we reached out to the landlord, they said, actually, we're looking for this amount. So they increased the price. So it was a bid. And that's another thing. People were bidding on houses, like in an auction style. Okay, so if you're not ready to up your money, somebody's going to take it from you. So we said, okay, we're going to pay. And then they requested for 6 months upfront, the first payment for the first month and the last 5 months. And so we paid that. Okay. and that was how we secured this apartment. Now, the problem I had with this landlady or landlord was that when I got here, okay, if you can look at those cabinets, you'll see that I used something like a carton tape to, kind of cover the underneath. Yes, that's because the cabinet, okay, the covering, what do they call this thing? I don't know whether it's for mica or something, I forgot it, but it's peeling off and it was really injuring people. So we had to cover it with some kind of carton tape. Yeah. So the house, I think, overall it is okay, but except for these few, stuff like this peeling off. The landlord replaced the oven in the house, and since then we have had the washing machine, not washing machine, sorry, the dishwasher replaced because it wasn't really functioning well when we came here. So that is how we got about this house. And I remember that I've never really told the story of how we were able to rent this apartment, you know, before arriving here. Okay. I think for now it is serving our purposes and I'm thankful for that. So if you do want to migrate to, for example, Canada, I suggest that you start very early on to search for an apartment. I think as long as you have money that you're going to be able to pay for a couple of months upfront, even though this is illegal, but what can you do? The government says it. The problem with the government of this Canada is that they say something and they don't hold anybody accountable for it. Yeah, nobody tries to ensure that the rules are being followed. And so people get away with all of these kinds of, illegal behavior. And what can you do? Is their house, it's not yours. So that's my little suggestion. You can just try to, like, save up if you have like plans or dreams of migrating abroad or going somewhere else, whether for any reason really, not just because you are trying to find a better life for whatever. Okay, it could be for study, it could be for work, maybe you got a better opportunity there. I would suggest like saving up, okay, so that you, especially with rent, you have to have a couple of months upfront, okay. That way it would be easier, and especially because you don't have a credit report, right? Canada credit report. So it's going to be a lot more tougher for you coming outside, to rent from wherever you're coming from before you arrive. Anyway, that's it, guys. I am done with the cleaning. Literally, the last place I did was my room. My children, they cleaned their own room, and folded their own clothing. Yes, I did not help them one bit. So if your kids are, coming up, try to involve them, right? And my husband cleaned the two toilets, and that's it. Basically, that's it. That's it. We are done. Okay. All right. So I hope that you have, you know, gotten one or two things from either my story or from the video you just watched. So till I see you next time, take good care of yourself. Right? Bye.
Don't wait for me, honey. Don't wait, 'cause I'm always heading your way.
Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to conclude this video, and I hope that you watched to the end and you were able to maybe clean along with us, or just I hope you were inspired to do some cleaning this Saturday. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, okay, and share with any other person. Okay, thank you so much. All right, I'm going to see you next time. Bye.
And I know exactly